Hi, and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Cassia. On this channel, we discuss all aspects of the ascension process. I have a variety of services that I offer to assist in your awakening journey, and you can find those listed in the description box below. Today, we're going to be doing the daily reading for Thursday, November 26, 2020. And for those residing in the country of America who do celebrate Thanksgiving, I want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. I don't necessarily celebrate the holiday itself per se, just because of my own beliefs and the energy around some of the things that we're celebrating, and those things maybe not necessarily being 100% accurate, might we say. However, I do appreciate any holiday that brings people together, that calls on people to call upon that attitude of gratitude and really be grateful for the things that they have in their lives, and above all, to be grateful for the people and the relationships that they have in their lives. I think that's beautiful energy, and any day that we are striving to put out that energy, which we hopefully do every day on this, people that watch this channel, I think that that's something that we practice, or we at least attempt to cultivate on a daily basis. But it's really nice to see a larger part of the country working to take part in that today. So I can absolutely have gratitude for Thanksgiving, for what it does in that respect, while still holding my own personal opinions. I think another thing that we can have gratitude for today is the Native Americans and all of the kindness that they showed the settlers when they came here to ultimately take over this land, right? I could imagine the shamans and the different tribes foresaw some of what would happen here, and they helped anyway, because that is the spirit of generosity. That is that spirit that we're attempting to cultivate today, that spirit of compassion. I also wonder, I was thinking about this morning in the shower, which is why I'm getting into this. I also wonder if they foresaw possibly what America would become. And I don't necessarily mean what we are now. I still mean our potential and what it is that we are moving, the energy that we're moving into as we move more toward this new earth. There are a lot of things about this country that are questionable, right? And although it is a beautiful thing that I can say that, I can speak that freely. That is a wonderful thing. But there are some things that are very questionable. We are sort of the capital of capitalism. We represent a lot of darkness, but we also represent a lot of light. And I was actually having this conversation. A friend and a client of mine that I work with brought this up to me, and I thought it was really, really beautiful. And she was talking about the fact that here in America, we have an incredible amount of diversity, quite possibly the most diversity on the planet when it comes to different ethnicities, when it comes to different cultures, different people with different beliefs, different backgrounds, different races, all living together. And yes, we may not always do it harmoniously, and a lot of that has to do with the programming that people received from an early age. But we do it, and we see as more and more, and this is a conversation that I've had with many people over the years, this idea of how as each generation mixes more and more culturally, and more people become of mixed ethnicity, ultimately racism will weed itself out, because everybody will be, like, nobody will be able to say, I'm this or I'm that, because we'll all be everything. And so America is a beautiful melting pot of that, where races are mixing together, ethnicities, cultures, all of that is mixing together. We're mixing our ancestral lines, our lineages. We're healing all of that together. So it's a really, really beautiful energy that we have here. And so when I say that maybe they saw what we would become, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the darker aspects of us, all of the things that are being revealed so that we can weed those out and work through those now. I'm talking about that beautiful potential that we have to really create something beautiful here, to really move beyond all of the issues that are showing up that the media wants to show us. And yes, they do exist. They are real. But I see so much more compassion. I see so much love. I see so much more of people coming together and looking beyond race, looking beyond culture, looking beyond sexual orientation and gender, and all of these things, all of these different ways that they want to polarize us and they want to play us off of each other. I see in more and more people, especially in the younger generations, who are just like, fuck that. We're not doing that. We're not interested in that. We don't relate to that. That doesn't resonate with us, because we are seeing more and more and understanding that we are all one. None of that stuff really matters. That's all outside stuff. What we're looking at is what's in here. And our soul, the light of our souls, all comes from the same source. And in that way, we are all the same. And so that was a little tangent there, but that's what I was thinking about. That's what I was thinking about this morning as I was taking a shower. But happy Thanksgiving, whatever that means to you. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart to all of the native cultures and people who helped facilitate us being here today. I'm sorry that things happened and they went down the way they went down. I would still like to see a lot of reparation for that. I feel like that's an aspect and a sector of this country that really gets ignored a lot and doesn't get paid attention to. So I want to give a shout out to all of the natives out there today. And I also, I mean, we have now Black Friday is Indigenous Peoples Day or something, is it not? Is that how it goes? I think that's what it said on my calendar, unless I'm mistaken. And so that kind of too was funny to me. I'm like, okay, so they came before us, but we give them a day after us, which... Sorry, you guys, I'm going to get going. I'm going to move on past this because there's like a million different tangents that I could go off on right now that probably are not. But we're going to stick in the attitude of gratitude. I am absolutely grateful for each and every single one of you. I am grateful for the opportunity to spend time with my family today. I am grateful for all of the beautiful people that I have in my life, all of the opportunities that I have in my life, and my ability to freely speak my mind. I am absolutely, absolutely grateful for that. I am grateful for the light and the love in my heart. And I'm grateful to see that light and that love reflected, at least on my Facebook feed this morning. I don't know. I feel as though it is reflected in the world at large. I feel that is really authentic for a lot of people. And I love, love, love that energy. And we do have really a perfect setup for Thanksgiving today. Today is ruled by the throat chakra, and it's guided by death. And the galactic signature of today is the white galactic wind. And so the white wind energy is all about making connections. It's about breath, it's about communication, and it's about connection and spirit. And so I really like this energy for today, this energy of communication, this spiritual energy, this energy of sharing our inspired thoughts and ideas with each other. And so if we can tap into that energy, and we can also remember to breathe when we need to breathe. Some people really enjoy spending time with their families. For those of you who are spending time with your family, I know not everybody is because of COVID. Some people really don't enjoy it. And so that breathing part can be very, very necessary today. And then we do have the galactic tone coming in. And the galactic tone is all about harmonizing, modeling, and integrity. So we're really seeking harmony and flow today. We're really seeking to be in harmony with the earth, with the world, with ourselves, with the people that we love. But at the same time, we're seeking also that inner harmony, right, of our integrity, our own actions and words, modeling the truth that resides within us. And so that's where it may be a bit tricky today, depending on your family of origin or wherever it is that you're spending your time, and whether or not that your truth and you standing in your integrity is something that causes friction or harmony. And so, I mean, this is also a day, I think people forget that our family, like, we are born into a lineage, and all of the healing that we do benefits that lineage. But that's absolutely enough right there. If we are in a place where being around our family is going to put us into our blood family, it's going to put us into more turmoil and chaos, we don't have to do that. We can choose to spend time with friends. We can choose to spend time alone with spirit, right? There are so many different things that we can do today. There is no have to. I don't have to do anything. I am going to do what I'm doing because it brings me joy. If that same thing does not bring you joy, you are absolutely allowed to do something else. And I think a lot of people forget that around the holidays. They feel it's this energy of being indebted to people. Like, you created me. I was born from you. So I am indebted to you and I have to show up. I was born into this family, so I have to show up for this. My spouse or my partner was born into this family, so I have to show up for them. And it's like, no, we absolutely do not have to do that. You don't have to do anything. Do what makes you feel good today. Do what helps you to feel grateful and to get into that attitude of gratitude. The affirmation for today is, I harmonize in order to communicate, modeling breath. I seal the input of spirit with the galactic tone of integrity. I am guided by the power of death. And so if this is a day where we can approach people with different viewpoints, different perspectives, different opinions, and we do feel confident in being able to stand in our calm center and to harmonize and to communicate in a way that maybe we can get through to people and help them to see a different perspective or have a different understanding than what they had before, that is absolutely beautiful. And that is a fantastic way to call upon and navigate the energies of today. So I do just want to put that out there as well. Like, it is a beautiful day to do that if we feel able to do that. It is also a day where there could be some friction. Astrologically speaking, we do still have the moon in the sign of Aries, and so emotionally we're feeling a little bit reactive, we're feeling possibly a little bit reckless, but also incredibly motivated and confident. We also have, which is this conjunction? Somebody is conjunct Eris right now. Yes, the moon conjunct Eris. The moon was conjunct Mars, and now it's conjunct Eris. And so we have it's still loosely conjunct Mars, but it's 7 degrees away. So it's still in relationship to Mars, but it is exactly conjunct Eris right now. And so we went from the moon being conjunct the masculine warrior planet yesterday to the moon being conjunct the feminine warrior planet today. So that can be intense energy. We may have, this is why I say if you can keep your calm center when communicating today so that you can communicate from that inspired place instead of that wounded place or that self-righteous kind of angry place. Because with that Eris, moon conjunct Eris energy, that may be a little bit of what might come out. Eris is the champion for justice, especially when it comes to like the system of the patriarchy and all of that. And so today with this energy, maybe that's where my little tirade, I don't want to call it a tirade because it wasn't necessarily like angry, but maybe that's where that aspect of what I was just discussing, maybe that's where that came from, was that moon conjunct Eris energy. Sorry, you guys, I just realized I need to plug in my laptop or it's going to die in the middle of this video. There we go. I thought I had it plugged in, but I didn't. I had it halfway, halfway plugged in. So yeah, maybe that's where some of that energy came from and sort of that thought stream today is that moon conjunct Eris energy. We also have the moon squaring Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto, and Pallas. And so this is our growth journey. We're seeing a little bit of friction when it comes to that, when it comes to the things that we're learning about ourselves, when it comes to really, I feel with the moon in Aries especially, that process of standing up for everything that we've learned, like that process of that inner harmony. Today I'm feeling like for some, it may be sort of a tug of war between establishing outer harmony with the people around us and establishing that inner harmony where we model and we speak our truth, because that truth may not be something that is widely accepted. And so if that is something that you're going through, like the energy is definitely here to push those conversations. And so we really want to call upon this white galactic wind energy of like utilizing the breath, really staying like communicating from that place of compassion and tolerance and unconditional love, and really working on not being reactive today. Yeah. And then Mercury is sextiling all of those major planets in Capricorn right now, that whole stellium there, and lightly trining Neptune. So yeah, it's the energies of today. They can go either way. We have the sun trine Chiron, which is good. That's that healing energy. But our healing journey, our growth journey is going to be very much at the forefront today. And so we really want to pay attention. This is a great day. This day is a great opportunity to model the things that we've learned so far about ourselves, about our journey, about the lessons that we've learned, putting those into place. How do I communicate effectively? How do I stand in my truth while at the same time having compassion and respect for others? Do other people's words and actions still trigger me? And if they do, why? What is that bringing up? What still needs to be healed? Can I accept people exactly where they're at and understand that if that is something that is maybe not agreeable to me, first of all, what does that have to do with me? That's none of my business except when I address how that's triggering me, or to allow me to step deeper into my boundaries. There are opportunities laden in that. But whatever other people believe, whatever they think, whatever their journey is, like, I can help to inspire them, possibly, to show them a different way, to show them a different perspective, to show them what it looks like to model integrity. But that's about all I can do, and that's about all I need to do. And I got totally distracted there from where I was going with that, but I'm thinking it's really not that important. I think you guys get the gist of the possibilities for the energy today. But if we can really capitalize on what we have learned, this can also be a day that shows us incredible growth within ourselves. And if this is a day that we're spending by ourselves, then that simply means that this is an internal process that's going to be going on for us. All right. And let's pull some cards. What do we want to do? I'm being drawn to the Divine Feminine deck, the Divine Feminine Oracle, to start us off here. So we'll pull a card from here. And this makes perfect sense when we think about unconditional love, right? Pulling in that beautiful Divine Feminine energy, the highest expression of that energy in our approach to people and situations today. And so we have Khadijah, the mother of believers. I am spiritually and financially abundant. I provide heaven and earth for myself. And so that's the energy of self-sufficiency right there. The energy of knowing that when we are in perfect partnered co-creation with spirit, abundance comes. Abundance is our natural birthright, and it flows freely and naturally. Then we have Ariadna. My soul knows the way, and the only way out is through. We hear this said all the time, right? The only way out is through. The only way that we heal is by walking through the pain, right? We have to address what's going on. This is addressing our traumas. This is addressing whatever else may be triggered today that may come to the surface so that we can understand those wounds that still need to be healed. Our soul will guide us to the situations that will trigger the revealing of these things so that we can move through them. And then we have Rita of Kasha. I am miraculous. My prayers create powerful channels of possibility. And so that prayer energy, and this is something, I think Thanksgiving is maybe one of those days where even families who don't typically pray sometimes say grace or whatever. But this is like I don't know why that just popped into my mind, but the prayer aspect is heavy today. So really, pray, but understand that everything is a prayer, right? Every thought, every word, every action is a prayer. We are setting a chain of energy into motion. So really being conscious of that today. But really this energy of believing in miracles, allowing our souls to guide us through the pain even. And to understand that we have the capability to provide everything that we need for ourselves. We don't need anybody else to do that for us. When we co-create and we connect with spirit, all possibilities are possible and miracles become like a daily event, essentially. So for some reason, that energy, I don't know if this has to do with people whose families support them financially and having difficulty with that. I'm feeling this energy of really this need to be self-sufficient and this sort of turmoil surrounding that. And on the bottom of the deck here, we have Lilith, the first woman. I am the voice of my body and soul. I choose the life that I desire to live. No, we don't allow anybody else to choose that for us. And believe me, they will try. That's part of the plan, right? For a lot of us is that people will try. Many of us are born into families. We're born into lineages where there's a certain trajectory of how things are meant to go. And we're expected to follow that. Our culture, our society in general shows us a certain trajectory. This is what you should value. This is what abundance should mean to you. This is what success should mean to you. And these are the steps that you should take to get there. And if you don't take these steps or you don't get to this end goal, then you are not successful. You are not worthy. You are not whatever, right? And so we're moving out of those energies now. And we're listening. Our soul knows the way. Our soul will show us the way. We are miraculous, right? Miracles happen in every moment, every day. But we have to take charge, and we have to be able to stand up for what it is that we truly want and what it is that we truly desire. And know that we deserve that choice. That's free will, right? Free will means a whole lot of different things. Free will is, we talk about this all the time because I love this analogy, the destined life versus the fated life versus the destiny life, right? What do we choose? There is always a choice. Every action, every inaction, every time we speak, every time we remain silent, that is a choice. And I want to end with a couple starseed oracles today. Clear. Let's get some energy from the starseed oracle. It's this energy of being self-made. That's what I'm feeling with this. Of really seeing ourselves as abundant and taking some credit for that. Like, yes, we co-create with spirit, right? But we're the ones down here taking the actions in order to make our dreams a reality. And so spirit wants us to understand that we have that capability within us and to give ourselves credit for the steps that we're taking down here, because that really, really matters. And then we have Star Brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. And so these are energies that we're working with today. For some of us, we are experiencing those. For some of us, this is some of that stuff that's coming up where we're understanding where it is that we have wounds related to this in the past that are coming up for healing. When it comes to safety, when it comes to trust, when it comes to loyalty. But we are receiving, this is also a card that reminds us of all the protection that we are receiving from the unseen realms. And where can we learn to open up our hearts a little bit? Where can we acknowledge these wounds in the past that lead us to be afraid to trust, to be afraid to feel as though we are not safe? And where can we see where some of that stuff is not applicable anymore? Remember, the only way out is through. Then we have the Whale and Orca Elders. Share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep. And the Great Severine, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. And so that's the energy that we want to be wary of today, is this conflict energy, the manifestation or the expression of that Mars energy, that masculine energy in that defiant, aggressive kind of way. There may be some of that, and this is our opportunity every time that may come at us to soften that with love. When that may be coming out of us, to soften that with love. To always continue practicing bringing love into the situation. And really releasing, moving away from that which prevents us from singing our song. We talk about the soul song a lot on here, right? Your own individual vibration, your own individual sound, your own individual song. Really sharing that, really healing, using the frequency of sound as well. Like, we can use breath as a tool that's really good on these white wind days. We can also use sound as a tool today if we need to use that, if we need tools to kind of reroute us and bring us back to that center point. And then on the bottom of the deck here, we have Star Family. You're part of a team of souls. Call in support. If you need that support today, call that in from the unseen realms as well. You have a whole, right? And this is what we talk about, is we're born into a lineage. And sometimes we're born into that lineage with souls that we love to travel through lifetimes with. Sometimes we're born into that lineage for karmic reasons. Sometimes we're born into that lineage simply because we're here to heal that lineage by being, we talk about the black sheep energy all the time, by being the way shower, by being the one that does something different. And all of that is beautiful and all of that is perfect, but we don't want to get overly attached. We want to love our earth family, but we also want to realize and remember that we have a star family. So if you are somebody who feels as though you are not at home in your lineage in this lifetime, you're not connecting, don't feel bad about that. That's because your true family is your star family, and they are always there for you. You can call on them. If today is a day that you're spending alone and you're feeling some type of way about that, call upon your star family. Know that you are absolutely never alone. And however we can move into the attitude of gratitude. But call in that support, ask for that support, ask for that communication today. There's also there's a team of souls. I'm feeling this also is you're part of a team of souls down here too. And that team of souls may or may not be incarnated in your family lineage, but they exist. All right, so reach out to them, find them. If they are on your mind today, tell them that you love them. Tell them that you're grateful for them. And just understand, it's so beautiful how this team of souls, we're all around, right? We exist in every time, in every dimension, in every consciousness. There are aspects of our soul family to connect with in all of these different ways. So connect with that star family however you want. Call in. They want to support you. They want to remind you how loved and how protected you are, and to really just bathe you in that beautiful unconditional love today. I love you all so very much. I appreciate you all so very much. If you like this video, comment, let me know how your day is going, how this reading resonated. Absolutely anything. I just love hearing from you guys. I appreciate you so very, very much. There are links down below to donate if you feel so moved to donate to my channel, as well as my email with the description of my services. If you would like an energy healing, if you would like a personal reading, please reach out to me. I would love to do that for you. And remember today, above all else, we cultivate that attitude of gratitude. And today is a day to really put into practice everything that we have learned. We are warming up to the eclipse, and that's what this eclipse is all about, is really putting into practice everything that we've learned up until this point. And so we're feeling that energy warming up right now, and we're getting a chance. We're getting these opportunities to show that. And these opportunities are going to keep coming all throughout the month of December into 2021, right? And obviously beyond, but really to cement some of this stuff in, these opportunities are going to present themselves and present themselves and present themselves. And each time we handle these situations a little bit differently and a little bit better than we did before, that's showing growth. All right. So always, always remember that and give yourselves credit for that. I love you. I appreciate you. I'll talk to you soon.